Ladies and gentlemen, introducing No Objective Gaming with Aaron and Jordan. Bring it on! Turn that shit up!
Welcome to another episode of No Objective Gaming. I got
Another
that right
one.
this week.
Yes, another one.
Yeah, this is episode 33, and we're going to give our first impressions about Destiny 2.
First impressions, not a review yet.
No, we're going to play everything in this game. We're going to do the first raid. We're going to do a lot of strikes and a lot of co-op play because it seems like this game is designed to be played with mates.
Seems like it. So 2 weeks, you reckon, from now we'll do the review?
Yeah, I reckon 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I can sell the game afterwards. Spoiler alert.
Oh, dude.
Kiv hasn't heard the intro yet, dude.
Oh, holy shit, yeah. It's so good, man. I love it. We sat here and I watched Jordan sing into a microphone or
That was so
do the
irritating.
Fred Durst yell.
And blow out many times.
So good. Yeah, so what have you been playing this week, Jordan?
Shit. I chucked in, I got my old chipped PS1 working with those CDs you gave me last week.
Oh, yeah?
I definitely did not pirate games, but maybe I did.
No, you made copies of games.
Made copies.
Yeah.
Made copies of games that were legally purchased by someone somewhere in the world.
Yeah, and some dude shared them.
Yeah, just put them on the internet. For me, it was like, look, man, I'm a good person. So I what did I do? I played Crash Bash. That was okay. It didn't work at a certain point. I think there's something wrong with the ISO.
Oh, okay.
Might have to reburn it or get a different copy.
Crash Bash.
Crash Bash, a quality game, except I was playing on my own because I only have one PS1 controller at the moment. So that sucked. Then I played Rebel Assault 2 on PS1 as well. That is a fucking shit game. Wow, that is shit.
Oh, really?
That was the one I was telling you that has FMVs and the green screen FMVs. But it's so bad. It's like one of the worst games I've ever played.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I was like, this sucks.
Why did you download it?
Because I was like, it's a Star Wars game,
okay.
man. It's something as a Star Wars game I've never played. And then I got Jedi Power Battles on there and played that, and I was like, this is fucking sick. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I don't give fucking IGN gives it a 4 out of 10. Seriously, that's bullshit, man. That game
4 out of 10.
That game is sick, man. I don't give a shit what anyone says. It's so fun.
That's sick.
So that was cool. Played a bunch of PS1. Streamed on Tuesday. I did my little PUBG. Sam got on. Everyone else bailed. Made me sad. I was crying.
Yeah, I went to sleep.
I think actually everyone said that. Everyone's like, I was too tired. I'm like, I get it. It's Tuesday night. For me, I'm like, I don't have to go to work the next day, so it's kind of good. But everyone else, man, it sucks. Like, I am up till like 12 playing games.
You're
so
crazy.
I jumped on PUBG, did a few solo runs, did pretty well. That was fun. And then did Overwatch after that and did my placement games and got placed even higher than I was last season, which was awesome.
What?
But then I fell a little bit after that because I just had some shit house games. So I'm just getting really frustrated with that competitive system in that game at the moment. And so is the community. The community is like, it's getting worse. The community is like, what is going on? Like,
Blizzard's going to fix it soon.
They're going to have to.
Yeah.
They got to do something because the matchmaker is awful. The community is so toxic. I had some game where just people would...
Or is it just the Australian community that's toxic?
No.
They're all...
I've watched videos from people in England and the US that are just like, these people just don't care. They're just cunts. Straight up dickheads. Get on there and they don't care. Like I was playing with my mate on there and we had some guy legitimately say, I was playing a healer, as I always do.
Yeah.
He legitimately said, hey guys, we're losing because none of you will switch to a healer. And he was playing a fucking DPS character. And I was like, he's saying that unironically. I'm like, okay, dude.
You're like, I'm playing a healer.
I'm playing a healer. You can switch to a healer if you like, bro.
It's like, no, it's not my main, sorry.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? Play a fucking healer, dude. Like, seriously?
I used to think the World of Warcraft community was toxic. It is toxic because it's been, they're just assholes have been playing for friggin' decades in this game. But when you get used to them, they're not that bad. But it's like first person shooters are extremely bad.
I
When
think-
people are losing,
yeah.
they full on get pissed off.
I've stopped. I just gave up caring about losing. I'm more like, all right, as long as I do my job well, if people get toxic, I just mute them in the chat. I just go, no, not interested in joining in this. I had someone the other day who was like so loud in the mic. His actual mic was was way too loud. Muted him straight away before he even got toxic. But I could tell, you can be like, all right, this guy is going to get angry about something soon because he's getting very vocal. And I was like, all right, sweet, I'm done with you. So I mute him. And then I could hear at the end of the game when we lost, this was just a solo game I played the other night. And when we lost, they were like, everyone was like going off and I couldn't hear the response because I'd muted the guy who was having a crack at everybody. And they were all like, mate, you were playing so fucking shit. They were all calling him out for playing a character we just didn't need. And I was like, and I'm like, fucking fair enough. Like, go off at him. That's good. Like, it doesn't matter to me, but I was just astounded. Like, these people they honestly don't care.
Nah.
They're like, holy shit, friggin' just wasting their time if they're not even trying. And it's frustrating. That's why I play unknowns. I'm just,
It's good. You don't talk to anyone. You jump in and you just play by yourself. Not really. You play with your squad.
Yeah.
And it's just good fun.
Yeah, I honestly love it. Scuba is fucking awesome getting him on there. When Wilmo gets his computer, I think his computer is fixed.
Yeah,
now.
no, he's ready to go. He's just waiting for us.
Well,
man.
we're playing Destiny 2. We're wasting our time on that, mate.
Yeah, we are.
So what have you been doing?
Me, dude, I have been playing Final Fantasy 12, right? I was thinking I'll finish it this week, right? I was like, I'll finish this game. But I ended up just going, no, I'm going to do some hunts. And I ended up spending about 3-4 hours just doing these special side quest kind of thing as hunts.
My goodness.
And it was good fun. Like, I was cruising around and just mucking around in that. And I do enjoy that game. And now that I'm playing and also playing Destiny 2, that's what I've been playing this week.
Yeah, you were streaming, yeah.
Yeah. When I was playing solo, I'm not going to lie. I felt more connected with the story when I was playing by myself than when I was playing in the co-op group yesterday.
Destiny 2.
Yeah, and Destiny 2. Like, we're going to talk about it later. But also, I didn't really play too many games except for them. Like, I did stream for I think I streamed for it's like 16 hours this week I did in streaming. But I also fixed up some PSPs this week.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so,
showed me those before.
Yeah, I've got a PSP 1000, 2000 and a 3000 now, and I fixed them all up. Got them super cheap. All up, I've only spent $45 on all of them, and I've got about 25 games with it.
Nice.
Just hunting online, dude.
So Kip said, yeah, dog, it's good to go, but Destiny's out, and he's keen to mix it up. So yeah, he wants to play.
Yeah, I'm keen to mix it up too. Like,
well, I mean, after last night, which we'll discuss soon, I was quite expletive in my desire to play PlayerUnknown's over Destiny 2. And the only reason that I think we probably didn't just actually call it quits was because we were going to review the game.
yeah.
But
Well, I really want to get a strike in.
No, that's absolutely right. I think one strike, and obviously the raid Scuba said Tuesday.
Well, that's pretty good. That's a week after launch.
Then I think do those things.
Yep.
And then we go, all right, that's enough for a review. We've done the content that's vanilla content.
Yeah, that's true. I should probably get into PvP, just do a couple of matches, do my 2 to get that quest done at the farm. But yeah, because I'm not a PvP guy. If I'm going to play this game, I'm going to be playing PvE. PvE is great. I love everything with PvE.
I'll discuss my thoughts on the PvP. I did a fair bit of PvP.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. I love PvP games, man. Like, it's...
I know Scuba jumped on last night just to do PvP. That's what he did. After
he left.
After Kip left, he jumped on and just kept going with his other mates.
But I actually spoke to him afterwards, so we'll talk about that soon. Hopefully, if he jumps on, he can give us his thoughts too.
Yeah.
Because we want a few...
This one's good.
And Kip, yeah. If I didn't have any mates playing Destiny 2, I would be playing it. It's good, but I'm not massively crazy about it, yeah. But I think you're biased, man. You just love FIFA so much. You're just the FIFA lord.
Dude, and I'm extremely biased because I am used to pressing A to attack and the turn-based battle system.
And that's why I think the old adage always comes in, like, look, each to their own. And if you like it, you like it. It's good.
I reckon if you're a fan of Destiny 1 and you loved them, This is a callback
sure.
to everything you ever had in Destiny 1.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
It's good. But anyway, this is going to be a short episode. We haven't got much. We're just going to be giving our first impressions because this week,
We
man.
mashed you with 2-hour episodes, so we're going to have to ease it
Yeah,
up.
true. And we did a lot. We just played Destiny 2. We tried to sink as much time as we can in that game.
Yeah, I sunk too much. Uni's taking a back burner. It's making me sad.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to get my good marks
Oh,
anymore.
no. You got to get good
How am I ever
marks, right?
supposed to save the world, man, if I can't study?
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to be the security lord, man.
Security law. Yeah. All right.
All what came out this week? Oh, no, hang on.
Nah,
Let's talk about where you can find us.
Hillary Clinton over here is going to tell you where you can.
Where you can find us. You can go find us.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Yep. Oh.
Did you know she said
No,
that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she actually said those words
You're
at
kidding.
a big convention. She said, like when Pokemon Go was popular.
Yeah.
Pokemon go to the polls. That is
Oh,
not a word of a lie.
Wow.
I've just
Idiot.
derailed it again.
All right, yeah. So if we can follow, you can follow us on Facebook at No Objective Gaming, Twitter at No Objective Game. We've got Twitch at No Objective Gaming AU, where we're streaming every day now, but Sunday.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
So we're
man.
doing
Like,
6 days a week.
because you stream even on the days that I stream. You just do it in the morning.
Yep.
And I only do 2, but you do 5 and then we
yeah.
do this Saturday. So I do 3 and you do 6.
Yeah, it's huge.
Damn, Africa.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've been thoroughly enjoying streaming.
Well, then, I mean, may as well keep going.
I know. I've been sitting there and I'm like, I start work in 20 minutes and I still haven't had a shower.
Who gives
I'll
a
just be
shite?
late today. Stuff it.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. Well, you can go jump on shitty old YouTube at No Objective Gaming, and you can follow us on Instagram at No Objective Gaming, where I just shoot out a couple of photos a week.
YouTube,
on
honestly, if you guys want to help us out a little bit more, we probably would prefer, not that you have to, we would just love when you watch and give us comments, but maybe we'd prefer people to watch uploads through Twitch.
Yeah, so we upload every episode to Twitch, and we do the editing through that. And
Yeah,
put it up.
and now the only reason to say that is just as a bit of background knowledge. If Twitch recognizes more attention through through its own server, so they're like, oh shit, you guys are getting a lot of attention through Twitch. Twitch doesn't have access to the analytics through YouTube.
no, you can tell them your analytics, and they can look through
okay,
it.
yeah, fair enough.
But to get partnered on Twitch, we need to get more interaction through here.
That's
and more
right.
followers, more viewers. And
which is definitely happening. But if you guys want to check out the show afterwards, please, it just helps us out a little bit more through Twitch because
Yep.
YouTube, we honestly, we're basically just uploading our podcast episodes there now.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
doing our streams through there.
No.
What's up, Scuba? He's here.
Yeah.
He's here. It's good. I'm so glad you're here, dude. We need you here to balance out our nonsense.
Yeah. Because when we start going nuts at the end of this episode, you can level us out. You and
I
Kip.
honestly want that. Like again, each to their own. Zane is washing out.
Oh yeah.
Each to their own. I want people. You don't listen to. Nah, man. We just got through shilling the social media.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we don't want people to just listen to us. You should never just listen to one person's opinion on anything.
No.
But if you like some of the stuff that we like, you might take our advice.
Yeah, you might agree with the things we're about to say.
If you have said, like, I love Uncharted, I love Horizon Zero Dawn, I love Zelda. If you like those sorts of games that we have given really good positive reviews of, you might sort of come along. You might associate with us better.
Yeah.
In that case, sure.
But don't get me wrong, we haven't finished this game, so
No.
it's not our final impressions.
No. This is not a review.
Yeah.
This is just a little first impressions.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway.
Let's, I wanted to, just before we go
Alright,
on to
alright.
games that came out,
Yeah.
I want to do, what, I reckon we should talk about what because you and I have this, we do this thing now. You got me into it. Like, I have to admit, man, like it was only you who did it.
Yeah.
But going out and buying shit, just
Yeah,
gaming shit.
Yeah, you just go out and pick up a game.
Yeah,
you
you're
might
like,
not play it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
So
there.
you go first. What did you buy this week? I know one of the things you bought. It's always something.
It's always something.
You bought a fucking CRT TV.
I didn't buy one. I actually got another one for free, right? So I
Always
work
for free.
Yeah. So this is free. I was at school and I was doing a job down because we're kind of associated with the church near the school. So had to go do a job down there.
Yep.
I saw saw two CRT TVs just sitting on the floor. And I just turned to the admin lady there and I was like, hey, well, where are these going? She's like, oh, they're going in the bin. And I was like, oh, can I take one? And she's like, oh, why? And I'm like, you don't understand. Retro game consoles look better on CRT TVs.
They do.
I've got one already, but I picked that up of Gumtree like probably 4 months ago. And I went, I'll pick it up. Looks cool. I didn't really measure with a tape measure how big this sucker was going to be.
It's a beast.
And I went down there and saw it. And you know when you're at the guy's house and you've got the money in your pocket and you see the thing, you're kind of like, oh shit.
I don't give a shit what he's giving me. I've got to give him my money.
I've got to buy it now. It's $10. So I was like, oh, it's just $10 I'm going to lose. And I'm like looking at this TV and he's like, do you need a hand carrying it? And I'm like, hell yeah. This thing is massive. It's like, it's huge, man. It's a big, massive CRT TV.
It's a big bulky bastard.
It's got handles built in the side of it so you can carry this thing.
Yeah, you forget that like those TVs were beasts.
Yeah, it was way too big. And I was just like, oh, why did I get this? And now it's in my room. And I feel like my room's shrinking with this TV.
All right, we'll
in
get
there.
it out of there after the show. Help me take it out, chuck it on the back of the truck.
Yeah, chucking on the truck. It's going in the bin.
Straight
unless
to the bin.
any of you guys want a CRT TV.
No one wants a CRT TV.
Yeah, so I picked up a smaller one now. It's like, you know how we used to get the 22 centimeter ones, like the small ones, and you're like, oh, that brings me back
Wait,
to when I was a
22
kid.
centimeter or
22 centimeter. Yeah, I think
22 inch?
Hang on.
It shouldn't be 22 centimeters. That's tiny. That's like this.
I think it's only about this big.
This.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That's 22 centimeters.
All right, stuff that then. I think it's probably about a 19 inch then.
Yeah. Sweet.
Anyway.
Cool. Did you get any game? You got your PSPs? And you got them all working together?
Yeah. So I got myself some chargers for the PSPs this week because all the ones I bought off Gumtree, they're just like, we don't know if they work. That's why I got them real cheap.
And you diagnose the problems like the IT professional you are?
I went and found out what was wrong with them. One of them had a cracked screen. One of them had a bad joystick. So I ended up just pulling the cracked screen, one of the ones that had a good screen, and the one that had the bad joystick, just swapped the screens over, and then I got one perfectly working one.
You just got to fix the other parts.
And I just got to fix the other one, buy a few parts for it. So yeah,
easy.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I like to just fix up crap. My next job is fixing up the PS2s I bought the other day. I picked 2 PS2s up for $20. So and
Two big box
they
beasts.
look like filthy pigs, but I'm gonna clean them right up.
Yeah.
And make them look smick. I might even mod chip one.
Yes.
I'm thinking about it, but I was looking at the soldering work I've got to do inside the actual PlayStation, and I think I've got to solder 19 points onto this motherboard of the PlayStation 2.
You'll be fine.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to have some fun, but yeah.
It's only $10 worth of PlayStation material, man.
Yeah, and then
fine.
the mod chip's $5.50.
There you go.
And then it's all time. That's what you pay your $50
Do it.
for.
People will love that shit. When I got my PS2 game in the mail, one of the best ones that I'm definitely going to stream soon. I got The Warriors on PS2.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
The Warriors.
The Warriors.
And Kip and Scuba will know Josh Kylie, right? We played in a band together. But anyway, he's got the Warriors tattoo on his leg.
What a filthman.
I know. What a boss man.
It's so good. It's such a great Rockstar game. King of the Hill.
King of the Hill?
Oh, dude. Is that a multiplayer version of that game? I'm pretty sure it's a multiplayer. Oh, wait. Holy shit. Is that oh shit. Is that where you get baseball bats and you fight in the shit? Is it you fight in the fucking baseball field?
Okay.
Yeah, I think I know what he's talking about now. I haven't played that game.
When he said that, all that was going through my head was ding 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 ding
I
ding
thought
ding
so, yeah, he
ding
said,
ding
yeah,
ding ding
it
ding 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 ding.
Oh god, you all run out. Yeah, I know what he's talking about now. It was unreal. The AI in the game is really fun, and the actual story is really cool too, and it's completely cooperative.
Far out.
That's why I got it, because I'm like, oh man, Emily and I, she's gonna hate it because she's just gonna get it's gonna be so frustrating at first, because when you don't play a game, I'll be like, oh, this game was so cool when I was a kid. You never played it,
and then you play it now.
Yes, that's right. Holy shit, man. Yep. All right, I'll stream that, and you got to get on.
Yeah.
So that's what I got this week, and I've got all my pre-owned games there that I got last few weeks, but I don't want to talk about that. It's just
that's sick. I've got a Metal Gear Solid 3 poster coming in the mail though.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've got it, and because this week I just started diving more into this Metal Gear Solid lore.
Yeah. It doesn't take much to get you on a tangent.
And it's crazy, man. I just can't. I love that whole series, man. I'm just
Metal Gear Solid is very unique.
Metal Gear Solid 3 was I'm kicking myself for not playing it when it first came out, because when I did the review at the beginning of this year on that game, it is one of the best games I've ever played.
Yeah.
Their whole story and the intricacies in that game are amazing. It's so much stuff is jammed in that game. So
it just doesn't control well anymore, man.
Dude,
I'm sorry, it's just frustrating.
it's better than what it was. That HD remaster has a 3D camera instead of fixed camera. So
fuck for that. Yeah, I want to go. If you play that, what we could do, you could play like 3 and 5 or something. No, you just played 5. Fuck. And one of us could do 1 and 4.
I want to do 1.
Okay, you could do 1 and 3. I could do 2 and 4.
I want to do the Twin Snake version, so I'm going to emulate the
GameCube.
The GameCube version.
Oh, you're just going to emulate it. Yeah, fair enough.
Because
you mean download legally from the internet?
Yeah, I'm going to make a copy of my version of Twin Snake and emulate it.
I'll show it to you one day over the internet. I swear he has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And yeah, it's about all we bought this week.
Yeah, dude, I didn't do much. We bought Destiny. So that hurt our wallets. That burnt a hole.
That was why I didn't go near the old pre-owned section at EB anymore, because I was like, I could still get 3 more games for $15. And then I'm like, God damn it, fucking $64 for a brand new game I don't even want to play. But
because all I do is I just fill my collection up. So I'm so used to buying games for $5.
We do this for you people. We're entertaining you, and it's costing us money. You bloody criminals, mate.
Nah, it's good.
Nah, we like it.
Look, we'll talk about it later. We don't want to spoil too much. But anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
News.
Let's get into new games.
New games.
Yeah, new games. We'll get into them.
Fucking, there's never anything new, mate.
There's Destiny 2.
Yeah, but
we got Beat the Game. I don't know if that's where you hang out down the valley and go to the beat and have a dance with some poofters. But no, we can't call them poofters anymore.
Jesus.
No. We got Knack 2. People have been going on about that.
Homosexuals is what they're called. Knack 2. Hashtag vote yes. The Bridge.
The Bridge.
Good on you, Lego World.
This is all for Switch.
Binding of Isaac, Afterbirth. People will like that. It's a pretty good game.
Is it really?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, so
Destiny
it's on Switch
2,
as well?
Destiny 2, yes. Believe it or not, that has come out. So yeah, 1 month, I guess, until PC version comes out.
Yeah, it's 6 weeks, I think, actually.
Oh, ugh.
Yeah, October 24th.
Reaching for petals. Go away. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Senko no Rondi.
Ronde too.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that is.
Yep. Yeah, that's basically it.
It's
fuck all except Destiny
just
2.
a whole bunch of indie games.
Yep.
And Destiny 2.
Sweet.
But a lot of people have been loving Knack 2. I've been hearing a lot of people going about that.
Knack is... Oh, man. What is that again? Is that a PS4? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a PS4 game.
It says it right there.
Yeah.
It says PS4 next to it. Yeah, I've seen Knack on PS4 before, pre-owned. And I was like, I wonder if it's co-op, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Yeah.
Because Emily likes those sorts of games.
It's like a puzzle-based game. So
that would kill me.
You would hate it.
I'd hate it.
Yeah.
Where's the guns, mate? Where's the guns? Bring on the guns.
Yeah, well, let's get into gaming news then. Hang on.
This is a no objective gaming news update.
I missed the beginning, but who cares?
Professional podcast here. Professional podcast. We.
I was like, let's.
If anyone would like to
fade it in. Yeah,
if anyone wants to tell Twitch to partner us, we're a professional podcast here.
Yep.
Oh, second one is co-op. There you go.
That's sick.
All right, cheers for that. Actually, I'll keep an eye out then. I'll have to have a look at it. Check out the reviews.
Cool. Okay, let's have a look at the gaming news this week. I didn't get much.
Because there wasn't
much really. There's a crap load of PUBG news that's always coming out because this game is
fucking
a hot topic at the moment.
Yeah, boy.
People are loving it.
Yeah, I love it.
Anyway, this week actually was PAX West, so that was out this week, and yeah. So Xbox had their own little panel there, right?
Did they?
Yes.
Who sat there? A few tumbleweeds?
Yeah. There's a few people in there. People love it. But anyway, Xbox said that someone asked them about the keyboard and mouse support for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
They've been talking about it. They actually said a year ago that it's coming out in a few months. It's still not here, and that was over a year ago now. But they said it's actually happening, and there's a game coming out with keyboard and mouse support very soon, but they're not going to say which game it is. Okay? They're going to wait until the developers say what it is. And I'm thinking in my head that it's PUBG.
Oh.
I don't know if it is, don't get me wrong, but
Okay.
in my head, I was thinking, as soon as he said there's a game that's having the support, but we're not going to say it yet, I'm thinking it's PUBG.
Right.
Because it is coming out soon on Xbox.
It's cross-platform, is it?
Well, they're hoping it will.
Okay.
This is what PUBG wants. They want it to be cross-platform play.
And then, by that measure, you would then want people to be able to use
Keyboard and mouse support.
Keyboard and mouse.
But anyway, so he's saying it's coming out really soon, and we're going to be coaching developers. Is what the guy said from Microsoft. We're coaching them to reassure that games will be able to be played by a controller or a keyboard and mouse and have the same experience. So
What does that mean?
I think he was just saying that
Coach the developers to reassure.
Yeah, just to say, you have to have the controller support still too. I think they're just kind of saying you can't just go keyboard and mouse only for a game on the Xbox.
No, that would never happen.
It would never happen, but I think that's what he was talking about.
Cool. Good on you.
Yeah. I'm not going to say this Japanese name, but anyway, it's the owner of Pokemon.
Kazu Ishihara.
Yeah, anyway.
Kazu Ishihara.
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 Yeah.
Gozaimashita.
Scuba reckons that people using controller would be punished in the PUBG.
Oh, God, yeah. We get punished when we use keyboard and mouse.
And then Kip was just like, unless you get a scuff. But I think you'd have to get
Scuff Lord.
The Scuff Lord.
Those two are mega Scuff Lords. Yeah. What bossman?
Yeah. Anyway, he said that he had an interview with some technology company, and he was talking about the Nintendo Switch, and he was saying at the beginning when they first announced it and he saw all the tech demos for it, he said that the Switch isn't going to be a success. And then this week he actually came out and said, look, I was totally wrong about that, and this is selling like mad. And he's actually enjoying the Switch. And I wonder if that's why the Pokemon game for the Switch isn't out now already or coming out next year. He just said, it's in development right now. That's all he said at E3.
Who is Pokemon boss? Right. Okay.
Yeah. So he's the owner of Pokemon and stuff. And it
could be why. He's probably like, look, we don't want to heavily invest. And he's like, look, it's just not. It's just, yeah, that's right. Yes, he's.
Kip was saying he was like, this game's just not working anymore. I can't figure it out. And he forgot where he mapped his X button to
one of his paddles. You goose, mate. You bloody goose.
Yeah, you can check that out on the stream if you want.
Yeah, he's panicking hard.
Yeah. So I was kind of like, well, you know what? I thought the same thing when we watched all those videos for the Nintendo Switch. If you go back
look, I'm not totally convinced like he is.
No.
Our sales are not necessarily going to solve it. I just think, look, I want to see games. I want to see some originals, but they've got a few more now. They got the Mario game coming out. They had the Rabbids. They had Zelda, but there's not, and Splatoon's, but Splatoon.
Splatoon's 2, yeah.
And I think they just need to. I couldn't bring myself to pay for a console made by Nintendo now. I just don't like their content. Other than what Zelda is, I just find it so childish because of their philosophy on game development is like family and family friendly.
It definitely is. It's not like Xbox and PlayStation 4 where they're going for this is the gaming.
Yeah,
this is the gaming unit. This is
play whatever you want on here. Like play violent games, play family games, play dance games, play singing Guitar Hero,
But like the thing with the Switch, they were saying, look, we're getting all these other developers to help us out with the Switch, which meant
Scuba agrees with me.
He definitely agrees.
So you shut up over there.
But that was they're hoping there's going to be other games made for the Switch that wasn't just childish games. I think that's what they're pushing for.
Skyrim is pretty violent.
But now you can have Zelda in Skyrim. Well, not Zelda, Link. You can add Link as a character, and you can have his sword and shield, the Hyrule sword and shield.
What?
Yep. You have a look at those cutscenes of that and just looks like woeful.
Okay, that's really weird.
You scan the amiibo in.
And who would want to play a game from 2011 anyway on a console from 2017?
A re-release.
Re-release.
But actually downscaled re-release.
Let's move on.
It's not even
Let's move on. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay, so PUBG. There's heaps of news. I just hit another milestone this week.
So selling 10 million copies.
Sold 10 million units, yeah.
Right, but not only that.
It clocked over 1 million consecutive players on Steam Network.
Only a few weeks ago, we reported was it 3 or 4 weeks ago?
We reported 600,000. I think.
Maybe that was last week.
No, we reported 800,000 last week.
It wasn't long. Yeah. And I think before that, we reported.
It's been going up by 200.
Yeah, last week when Scuba was on, we reported 800,000 or something like that. Before that, we also reported that it was just behind
Dota.
I think behind Dota and CSGO.
Yeah. So it's third place. And now it's smashed first place out of the water. They're gone.
Consecutive players, it's beating all the games now.
Yep.
It's number one.
This is why
you know what it
I started
was?
playing it.
It was the most at one time.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, that's what still this is? Yeah.
This is what still this is. 1 million players playing at one time.
And it's the peak.
Yeah.
Right. Fuck.
It's smashed it by 200,000.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
This is why I jumped on this game. This is why I said, Jordan, I reckon we should play this game.
I was watching Funhouse. If you guys want to check out Funhouse podcast, check that out. They did a really good review, kind of review and assessment of the game itself and why it's sort of, blown up the way it has.
Yeah.
And one of the guys in there mentioned why Dota 2 is up there, and mostly because to watch league games or like the international, I think
that's
it's called.
true, because you can spectate games within launching the game.
So lots of people launch the game to do that rather than like necessarily play at the same time. So it's kind of not.
It's not even legit.
It's
numbers.
not even necessarily. Yeah, like it's not like they were all playing at once. So it's interesting. So PUBG's probably beaten it in terms of players at one time. You don't jump in that game and sit there.
No,
You play it. So
that's the next piece of news.
all right.
Okay, so players in PUBG have been AFK farming to gain points to unlock that rare mini skirt to sell it on the Steam auction house. So PUBG don't know what to do. They haven't figured out a way to stop AFK players and just farming points to unlock those chests. So they're gonna see what they can do to tackle this problem. Hopefully it just goes away. Hopefully if the amount of mini skirts that come online increase, that means the price will drop and then people just stop doing it.
Free market economics, mate.
Yeah, and that's probably what it is. So now there
Something
is
keeps
people
going
just
around.
sitting on PUBG doing nothing.
Yeah.
So
It's interesting. I didn't know that you would. What a waste of fucking time.
logging in a game, but it doesn't hurt anyone either. It's not like if someone was AFK farming in, say, Overwatch. If someone was doing that, you'd be pissed off.
God, yes.
But this game, PUBG can get away with it because someone just AFK farms. Who cares? He's dead. We'll just keep going.
I think maybe they'll just not tackle the problem. Maybe. But why not have an AFK timer? Why
I
is
think
that?
because you do just sit there sometimes.
Yeah, but you also move the mouse.
Maybe if you were
That's
just
true.
yeah.
But yeah, that's true. You know that someone could still argue the case that I want to play the game by just sitting completely still.
I think they've
That's a
already tackled
legitimate-
it because they've got the map get smaller. I think they've already done it.
I think what they're saying, like, we can't farm it because even when you do nothing in the game, I think just playing it gives you points.
Yeah. It gives you not much though. It gives you 30.
Yeah, exactly. But still, they're saying that you can just keep doing that and eventually you'll have, which is still stupid.
It's insane amount of time. Like it takes like what? The first box is 700 points. Then the next one's 1,500 and it goes up from there.
2,800, I think, after that. Something ridiculous.
So these guys would have to make a bot that just keeps readying the game constantly for 24 hours a day to get enough for a box. It's not worth it. Might as well play the game and have fun. You'll get more points than farming it for 24 hours.
Might as well get a job.
Yeah.
Get a job you like doing and then freaking...
Stop mucking around.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there's more news about PUBG. More. There's always more. But this week, they added a duo first-person only server for all of us through Oceanic, America, and Europe.
See, that is fucking cool.
But it's only for duo at the moment.
okay.
So solo and the squad mode is not there. They said it's going to be coming in the future, but they've just got to work out the ping issues they were having. They said some of them were clocking up to about 500 ping latencies issues.
Weird.
So they're just going to test the duo, they said. So it's going out there. It might not be perfect, but it's out. So
That's so cool.
that will make the game a hell of a lot harder.
Yeah.
Because you need your surroundings when you're playing that game.
Yep.
Imagine your whole body turning around to view instead of just pressing Alt and just panning the camera around.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a strategy, but I think when Scuba and I were playing the other day, that's exactly what Scuba just said. That would be good to stop people using the third person to look around the corners. That's right. That's what the reason would have been that they made that. They said, look, it's a bit cheap that you can hide and then someone can just sort of know you're there.
Yeah.
If they're careful enough and use their camera properly, especially towards the end of the game. But if you instead, like, it's more like you're in a position, you're in a house, you're in a fortified position up in the roof, you have to jump on them because they come into a room and they have no way to know you're waiting for them. That's how it would work in real life. So
it would, and then you'd be just standing there behind the door with a shotgun.
Yeah, but they can spin the camera around and see you sitting there, and so they can just go, all right, chuck a grenade. Sweet.
That's why I hate being at homes at the moment in that game, because I get smoked every single time I'm in a house.
Yep. So it's actually generally I've been more successful when I've just been sort of running around and hiding in the grass because they can't. There's no way to know unless they actually see you.
I can't believe that you actually can't see anyone in that grass.
That's one of the best things about it. Yeah. You just go down and it is like you're invisible. You're pretty much invisible until you're about 5 meters from them. I had someone the other day. I was crawling to the edge of the play area, and someone was sprinting to get to the play area and literally ran up to me and didn't know. So I started shooting them, and they were like, "Oh shit!" and pulled out their gun, and they died by the time they got their gun out. I was like, dude, that's so good."
Oh, that game is awesome. We've got to get back on it, but we'll get back on it soon.
Wilmo said, "I hide in a bush outside a house, then wait for someone to run inside."
Yeah,
outside,
dude.
And Scuba said outside is better because you can hear people easier that are inside. That's right, yeah. And outside, you just have more places to get out.
Yeah, if you get stuck in a home, they can be waiting outside the door.
Yeah,
for you.
wait outside and wait for the play area to shrink. They can go, all right, cool. Well, you've got to come out of there. You know, they might have a car. They're like, cool. I don't care if the play area shrinks. I'm just going to get in my car and drive away. But you've got to get out.
I've got enough energy drinks to just get me to the next town.
It's cool. The first person, I really want to give that a go.
Yeah, I'll play it too, but we can only do duos, like groups at the moment. So maybe I could play with Scuba, or you can play with Scuba, and I'll play with Wilmo.
I wish there was a way to know you were in the same game. Oh, how good would that be? Like we could do 2v2s. Oh. Can you imagine, lads? Can you imagine like you and Wilmo versus me and Aaron, or we can mix it up and we can be like, we'll all be on Discord together.
It would be rough. I would whoever's on my group will be out first.
No, not necessarily. No, not.
I've only killed a few people.
Yeah, but you just get better. It's okay.
That's true.
And you know, like it's not because I want to verse people, but just like to change it up. Playing as a group is so much better. Like all four of us on the same group would be unreal. But like it'd be cool if you could go, all right, versus group. So you could go, all right, two. You're a 4-man group, but it's 2v2. You all join the same game on opposite teams. Not opposite teams, but, you know, not together. One day they can develop it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, you remember that game a long time ago back in, what was it, 2011? LA Noire? That came out? Well.
Yeah.
It's getting a re-release, and it's coming out on the Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and HTC Vive. So, you're going to be able to run it on 4K on the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. I own this game on PC, and I haven't played it, man. And I actually want to play it because it was made by a group of Australians.
Bondi.
Yeah, Bondi.
Team Bondi.
Sydney, wasn't it? Yeah, they don't exist anymore, that Rockstar group in Australia anymore. So I actually really keen to give it a shot. And it looks amazing, and it actually looks really interactive.
Emily's actually played it, which is surprising. She's played like most of it.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell of all the games to play? Nice to see the suppo to help recover from your late night.
Oh, yeah, dude. And you know what, man? The worst thing was I got off around midnight, right? And Malachi woke up at like...
So he was already in a shit mood.
Yeah, I was tired. I had enough. And I got into bed. And because, you know, I've got these soft boxes in my room, right? And I get into the bedroom and it's black. And because my eyes have adjusted to these soft boxes, I can't see shit, man. I'm like, it's black as black can be. I can't even see my hands, dude. And I walk in my room and I just kick Dan's like makeup like chair that she sits on, and it just goes across the floor, and Dan's like, "God, what the hell?" And I'm like, "Oh shit." And then I go brush my teeth, and then I hear Malachi wake up, and I'm like, "Oh, far out." And I go grab him, bring him into bed, and he is just squirm lord. He wouldn't stop moving for about an hour. Yeah. And then at that stage is like 1:30, and I'm like, I'm going to give him a bottle.
Fuck.
Gave him a bottle, put him back in his bed. He went back to sleep and woke up at 5. And then I was like, and he was squirming around like mad again in our bed. So I just like grabbed him like this bear hug grip and just laid down.
Yeah.
And then I got probably another hour sleep in. But man, I am stuffed today. I am absolutely
Wilmo
tired.
says he's dead. Couldn't get his daughter back to sleep until 1.
Yeah. So he's feeling me in that department. It's rough, man. Dad life gets hard sometimes.
Yeah, that's just I'm not envying that right now.
Yeah.
I'm glad I just have dogs and cats.
Yeah, you want to kick him, but then when you wake up in the morning and they're just there and they're so happy to look at
Yeah,
you, man,
you're
you're
like-
just like,
you're-
oh, I can't be mad at you, dude.
Nah,
Come
that's
here.
all right. Yeah, you're like, here you go.
Let's
buddy.
go downstairs. But anyway,
Scuba wants to do it again tonight. Oh my god, it's crazy.
yeah, Clay Dog's just like, yeah, that's kids for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
and apparently it doesn't get easier. No, it does. Anyways, the South Park game, the Fractured Butthole.
Fractured butthole.
Butthole.
Butthole. I seriously am so excited for this game.
This
I haven't
game's-
been excited for a game like since Uncharted 4.
Yep.
I haven't been excited. Like I love the Stick of Truth.
Dude, it is so good. And it's actually funny. Like you laugh out loud playing this game.
God,
It is
yeah. And it's a
awesome.
fun game. Obsidian, no RPGs. They're
They
so
do.
good.
They've
Scuba
been-
said he was up at 5:30 this morning and he's still keen to do more tonight. Oh my God, what
well,
a machine.
We will do a strike tonight. How's that sound?
A strike tonight?
Yeah.
Shit, all right. I'll have to see if I can, man. Maybe.
Yeah.
If I'm not, it's all right. You can go, jump on with Wilmo and Scuba because it's only 3 mans.
Okay, well,
that could
I
be
want to.
good.
I want to do a strike. I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
want to give it a
Yeah,
shot.
for sure.
I don't know.
So
I've
South
forgotten.
Park?
Yeah, South Park. It showed off a bit of its character creation section of the game this week, and they made the difficulty slider make your skin color change from light to dark the harder it gets. So if you want to be a rough black man, that means you're going to be playing on the hardest difficulty.
I saw that if you do that, you start off with a higher stats.
Oh, okay.
So I think it'll say in this article, you start off with high stats. So like it takes a lot longer for you to grind out.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
So yeah, Liverpool are playing at 9:30, so I'm out from then until 11:30.
Whoa,
oh my God,
that's huge, man.
You soccer fiends, man. You soccer lords.
I will play before 9:30 if you're keen to do that.
I definitely cannot do that. I'm going to the movies tonight. I'm going to go see it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That's all right. You boys jump on and let me know how it goes.
Anyway, have a look at this slider, right? This is the black slider.
the black slider.
black
How much
slider.
you want to be white or black?
Yeah. So where are you going to put it, man? Are you going to be just
don't know.
a tan
Where do
Caucasian
you,
guy?
Just tell me where you want me to put it.
Yeah, right here, man. Right in the center.
Yeah, right in the middle of the middle.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
middle.
I don't. So choose difficulty is very difficult or easy. It'll be just in the middle.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I like it in spirit, but I also am a bit disappointed because you can't sort of make a character.
Well, what about all the black guys? And they're not good gamers. They're just stuck on the hard difficulty.
No, but you don't necessarily play a black character. Like I could play a black character, right? But I just don't like. What if I wanted to play one, but I didn't want to play very difficult? I'm like, I like it in spirit. That's why I'm sort of thinking. I like it in spirit. It just makes character customization a little bit more finicky. You know, you can only be light skinned if you want to play it on like normal difficulty. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's funny. Okay. What else have I got in here? I've got this. This is like the last piece, and it was pretty silly news as well. So Japan, right? They don't really know much about Microsoft stuff. They're very Sony orientated. They don't have much Xbox slinging around over there. But anyway,
Slanging.
there's some retail stores in Japan, right, that have been selling the Xbox One S as an Ultra HD Blu-ray player.
Wait, what do you mean?
This is what I mean. Let's have a look at this photo. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So Ultra HD Blu-ray player, Xbox One S. So they're actually selling it as like a HD Blu-ray player.
And not a gaming console.
Not a gaming console.
What?
Yep. So
That makes sense though. For Japan.
yeah,
Japan,
they've already
yeah.
got a Sony to do it. So
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I wonder what the sales are like for Japan just for PlayStation. Must be massive.
It would be huge.
But like, as a sorry, what I mean is as a percentage of their overall sales,
Yeah.
and as a percentage of their population. You know, like because Japan isn't.
I don't
It's
know.
not 300 million like America, right? But at the same time, what percentage of their population owns PS4s? Yeah, it must be massive.
Yeah, but I don't think is nowhere near as big as what we're doing in like Australia and all that. Because I think most of them are gone handheld market because I don't know what it is, or mobile phones. Like, look what all the games are doing lately. Yeah,
Scuba's chatting with Clayton.
yeah,
Little boss.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Obviously, I guess they just don't take it seriously.
and I don't think they ever have. Because I've heard that over there, it's like majority Sony. That's just it.
Did you go to many game stores when you went there?
I just went to the retro ones, man. Where
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's all I did.
Say, like, I wonder if you still going back soon?
No, we ended up barring that, dude. I just went, look, we don't have the money, man.
No,
Like, we're looking after a kid.
Yeah,
like,
you don't have the money. But like, I was just wondering, sometimes you just go, look, let's just do it because we need a break. But yeah, it'd be cool if you go back one day and have a look and see what you think. See what the sort of the game shops are like in terms of their stocking of.
yeah, so I didn't actually get
Xbox.
one of those. I went to like a lot of retro game stores and a lot of arcade places. Like the arcade joints there are just insane.
No,
They're 6 stories high.
That's fucking cool.
It's awesome, man. And it's cool to see them still releasing arcade games like every year.
Dude, you've got to come with me and Emily. We should do it. We should all hang out. You come up our way. And yeah, in Scuba and Emily and Wilma, we should all go to Chermside to Kingpin.
Okay.
Did you see that photo I put up on Facebook?
Didn't see it.
You didn't see it? So good. I think other people did. They've got a new arcade there now in the new area. Like an actual really nice, clean, like schmick arcade. It's got Mario Kart.
Oh,
It's
you're
got
kidding.
Fucking like it's got all these like brand new games, like Time Crisis 5. It's got this alien game. That's what we played. Like this alien, like is in Aliens,
Yeah.
shooter game with guns. It's got all the old basketball ones. It's got skee ball.
Full on.
Yeah. See, we're most keen.
I want to go. So it's my birthday in like, I think it's 2 or 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, it is. 26, isn't
26, yeah. I'm actually really keen to go to Netherworld.
Save the date, boys.
Save the date.
Well, yeah, we were going to go there anyway. So yeah, we should just do
Yeah.
it for your birthday.
We should go to Netherworld and hit
right.
that up because they looks like they've got some delicious treats there as well as some sweet games to play.
We'll get someone with an iPhone, take a few videos, and we'll
We'll
chuck them up on.
It's, what is it? Mr. Saxby, the sax man, right? He's got a sick camera.
Yeah, but we don't need that. It's just be clunky.
It's a bit
and
out
annoying.
there too, yeah.
Yeah, you just want an iPhone that has good quality video, and we'll play some on here and play some games and show us being dickheads at being
Netherworld.
sober dickheads at Netherworld.
Be cool. I'm keen to touch some of those arcade machines, have a play of them.
There'll be some greasy fucking paws on those, dude.
Yeah, delicious.
Holy shit. Yeah.
All right, well, let's stop just talking shit and let's get
Hey,
in.
man, this whole show is talking shit.
We got
can't
no
stop
objective,
talking
man.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
It's just what we do. It's what we do.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on to our Destiny 2 first impressions.
Yeah, all right. Da da da.
Yeah.
Da da da. No. That's not the right theme music.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
all. A much better movie / game.
Yeah, so much better. All right, let's get into it.
Lord of the Rings.
Shut up. Okay, I'll start. I'll talk about the very first day it was released.
The
right?
first.
The first day. I went down to the shop and I was like, let's buy this, okay?
Slang it over to OBS so we can see the chat for a second.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to
You're
interrupt.
just all over the place.
Nah,
They're just
that's what
talking
I'm
about vegan foods and they're all keen for
Fuck yeah.
going to Netherworld so we can have a full crew
Yeah,
going.
Scuba. Yes, dude, it's full on. Like, I think they have meat there and everything. I think they have meat,
They better because I'm a carnivore, bro.
but they definitely have like vegan. Everything's like optional. So, yeah, that'll be sweet. Yeah. So you
I went to the shop and I was like, I'm going to get this game.
Would
okay?
you believe he went to a shop for a
Yeah,
game?
I didn't buy it online because I want the physical copy.
Yeah, he wants a physical.
And I went there and I went, okay, let's get this game. I rocked up, went there, and I was talking to the girl at the front, I'm like, how's the day been? She's like, it's been swamped, man. People are buying Destiny all the time. And there's been so many people in this store. And I just went, I don't know why everyone would want to play this game. And I just passed the Destiny 2. So I don't know why I did that, but I just was like sitting there going, I'm not keen. Like I wasn't keen when I went to the shop to play this game. I put it in and I saw there was a 6 gig patch. And I went,
Yeah,
they must have been crunching hard in the last month because these games get printed like months before and then they get to the final month and these programmers are crunch time just trying to flesh out all these bugs and get rid of them. And so that was another concerning thing that I thought when I saw that. I went, oh, this is like Final Fantasy 15. There was a 5.5 gig patch for that game when that came out. And I was like, oh, all right. And then I was going to play that night, but then I just had no motivation, didn't bother, played it the next morning. And
you were going to play it that night?
Yeah, I was going to play it, but then I just kind of had no motivation and I just went, stuff it, I'm going to bed.
Fair enough.
Woke up in the morning, played it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put it in, saw the opening cutscene.
Stick it in.
Yeah, I just didn't really care. Like I watched that cutscene and I was sitting there going, I don't know any of these guys because I played up to level 14 in Destiny 1. That's it. So not even that much of it. I got through a bit of the story and it didn't capture me and I was playing by myself, which was probably, most people probably tell me that is my fault that I didn't play with anyone.
Yeah, Aaron, it's your fault that the game isn't fun when you play it on your own. It's your fault. You can't.
The thing is, I say about these games, right? This game is meant to be, it's an MMO. I understand it's an MMO and there's stories in 90% of the MMOs. It's shit. I did watch that first little part of the story. Like when you first put the CD in, it tells you about what happened. You know, like when, before you press start.
You're talking about Destiny 2 now?
Destiny 2 I am. Yeah. But anyways, and I was kind of like, I'm lukewarm still after that cutscene. All I felt after watching that cutscene of the whole blowing up sequence and all that, I just felt like this is a Hollywood summer film. Yeah. It feels like it's been just thrown together to capture the wider audience. That's all I feel.
Yeah.
Like. And then I got into the gameplay when I started playing. Now that was fun. I enjoyed it.
I did watch some of your stream in the past broadcast because I was like, all right, so Aaron played it this morning. Just going to see what he's thought of it, and then watched it for a little while. I watched just the first beginning and I watched sort of towards the end, and it was funny. Like I skipped towards the end, and you sort of changed how you were feeling. Yeah, so from the beginning to the middle, I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm having fun shooting these enemies. That's why I was like, I wonder if he's sort of changed. So I went, all right, I'll skip to like 2.5 hours. So half an hour before you jumped off. And definitely saw a bit of a change in, you sort of started saying like, I don't know what I'm doing. You're like, I'm just killing shit. Just like, it's fun, but I don't really know what this is about, what is this, what's going on, and like you watch all the cutscenes. Yeah, I did. Because you purposely took your camera off the screen.
Yeah,
to watch
I make it so it's an immersive kind of gameplay footage for people that want to watch and get immersed in narrative games, and so that's why I pull it off. And I'm like, all right, let's get into these games, let's get into these cutscenes. But yeah, and as Scuba said, the game runs flawlessly, and it does, man.
We'll address why that might be. And obviously respond to that, Scuba, when we talk about that. But I just wanted to keep going, and then I'll just give you my quick thoughts. But then I wanted to run into sort of split this little segment up.
I don't mind the networking issues, dude. Like that is awesome for an MMO. Like having the one how they had like a couple of hours down on the second day where no one could get in the servers.
That's not that bad.
That's not that bad, man. I have seen
happens with Overwatch all the time.
It happens with every MMO, but like at least there was no queue times, which was nice in this game.
I had a queue time.
How much?
I didn't have a time, but it was like I was like, why the fuck is this taking so long to load? And then all of a sudden, shoots me in, and then about 50 of us drop in at the same time, and I was like, whoa, what the hell? It's like bang, 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 bang. All these people just fell into the map, and I remember, like, holy shit.
I think it was not Legion, not the latest World of Warcraft patch expansion, but the last one before that. I forgot what that was called. I waited for 8.5 hours. I just left my game running all day to get into the server. It was that packed. So that wasn't bad. I was like, I can play this game day one. I couldn't even play Final Fantasy 14 day one when that came out, when the new expansion came out.
Oh, so Scuba said only some couldn't play. Oh, okay. During that sort of...
That's great. That's good for day one. But anyway, and then on second day, I played it again. I was still doing the same thing, just repetitively shooting. And I was like, okay, I'm still shooting. I still don't know who these characters are in these cutscenes because I didn't play enough of one.
Yep.
And then it hit Friday night, the co-op stream. And I'm like, sweet, I'm looking forward to playing this with my friends. I felt even more detached from the story then. I felt like I didn't even know what to do in a side quest because I couldn't hear the dicky little conversations that happen on the bottom because it's not an actual cutscene. It's just random people in your headset talking to you. and it just comes up and like, because I turn subtitles on, I like it in games, and
Yeah,
it's just
same.
subtitles on the bottom, and I'm like, well, yeah, it's not telling, you know, I got to actually focus here, and there's no markers on the map. I can't see where my friends are on the map when I open it up. I can't see where you are or where, say, Sam was. It's just you have to look in the distance and see where you guys are.
Yeah.
That is garbage. You should have a marker on the map where you are standing at that present time.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah.
You're getting into the.
All right.
I don't want to do this in this format.
All right, okay.
So Scuba said something that I kind of agree with. It's not. I think he's sort of alluding to the fact it's not the game's fault that you couldn't hear the story.
No, it's not.
It's our fault. However, if you wanted to hear the story,
It turns to dust in my mind.
I think you would have, when I did follow the story, I still didn't care and I still didn't understand. But also, if you had enjoyed the story at first and then we were talking, you would have said, all right, everyone quiet while we listen to the story because we want to review it. So I think that was a bit disappointing. But I do agree that it's not the game's fault that we were fucking so loud and annoying.
We were just talking so much shit last night.
Yeah, and Scuba's, yeah, right. I do think they'll fix that. But again, we can only criticize this on its vanilla version. I honestly think that, and that's what reviews need to be.
I think they should, because this is how we used to play games growing up.
No, it was.
We played them when they were fixed and finished at the beginning.
That's a bit of an appeal to
just because we've got the internet doesn't mean they can fix shit afterwards.
I like that though. I like your attitude. I just don't want it to appeal to games how they used to be, because lots of games that are great aren't how they used to be. You know what I mean?
I guess games have changed and they're harder to program
That's right.
now. But still, I don't agree you can give someone 80% of the game on release and then go, oh, it's all good. Just let's get it out
that's
and
right.
fix it.
No, I get that. I just don't want it to seem like we're like, you know what, we need to go back to the heyday. We're not those sort of people. I like games I like some of the best games coming out now. But
That is
I just
true.
think in terms of content, which is what Aaron I think is more talking about, content-wise, you need to smash it on release. You need to be there for the hardcore gamers. You need to be there for the casuals.
Yeah.
You can get there for the casuals quite easily because the hardcore gamers, if you get the hardcore gamers in, the casuals will have heaps of shit to do forever.
And it seems like they're doing that in Destiny 2 because they've got the raid coming out next week, which is awesome, instead of like a 2-week wait that most MMOs do.
Yeah.
So that's good.
I find we'll talk more about that soon, but I'll just give my quick thoughts on the release. I did get it on the day and played it at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's cool. I made my character. I was like, all right, sweet. No.
That's another thing.
Shush. We're doing this in a proper format. We're a professional podcast.
See, I've got no format today.
It's all right. No, we need to do it. We just quickly do it, and then because we're not reviewing it. We just want to do it in a bit of a nice way. And I was like, oh, sweet. You know, I was a bit disappointed buying this game. It's not one I want to keep. It's not one I'm going to keep playing. So I felt like I was sort of wasting my money, but that's all right. Like, it's just, again, that's what we were doing. We do this because we like it and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So reviewing it, sort of was okay to play on my own, but I felt like I just was playing the same game again. I didn't at once go, wow, they've made this a lot better. I was just like, I haven't seen a moment here that wasn't just the same as the first one, except for like developed cutscenes. But even the cutscenes, right? So if I think about like some of the best games with the best cutscenes, I go, those cutscenes can be long. They can be like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And the exposition in those stories is unreal. But in this, they were like real cheesy, like the one with the big leader who kicks you off this thing. He beats the shit out of you and he kicks you off the top of the ship and you fall down, and like it was just really like you can tell like, oh, he's the guy I've got to beat at the end of the game. I don't really like that. I just find it's a bit sort of cheesy. Like, he's the big boss. He beats you first, and now you're sort of building yourself back up to go and beat him again.
Yeah.
And also that they captured the speaker, I think he's called, and that's also a bit cheesy. Kind of like you got to go and rescue this guy, and he's using him to manipulate this big ball in the sky.
I forgot what that ball was called.
The fellas will know. They'll remember. The Traveler. That's
the
what
Traveler.
it's called.
Yeah. Okay. And I do like that. I do like the whole
Switch
fact.
back to OBS, man. I can't see the chat.
Oh, sorry, man.
Come on, man.
But don't you have it up on your phone?
No. I just want to see the guys.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So what I wanted to do, that's my just sort of quick little gist,
So that's it.
is
Yeah, go. I'm just
start with the positives first, right?
all right.
So you go say what you want to say, and then we'll just jump into that.
Gameplay. Loved it.
Yep.
I love playing. The grouping up
Yep.
worked flawlessly.
It's very
worked
fast.
Yep. You jump in, and I didn't even accept to join a party. I was just in a party with Sam, and I was like, oh,
You just join fire team.
yeah. I was like,
Yep.
sweet, this is awesome. I like that. It works really well. It's fun cruising around with your mates, I must admit. It's fun shooting things. It's like fun killing things. I love doing the world events, whatever they're called, like the
Public events.
public
yeah.
events are fantastic. And I love that in any MMO that I play. Like when they added them to, I think they've got them in World of Warcraft now, I think as well. And it's insane. I love them events because it pulls everyone together and you just go take down a massive boss or
Yeah.
some kind of enemy. And I love that kind of thing in games.
It's been around for a while. Remember they had it in SWATA, the
Yeah.
world bosses?
Yeah, they had in SWAT, and Guild Wars had like that, but on steroids. It was like more every quest was a world event.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I like it. I like that of the game. Like fantastic. The voice acting was good. Like it's on point. I just think they're very dull. But I think that's what they're going for. They're going for that sci-fi-esque storyline, which they usually do speak very like slow and just like to the point. They're all soldiers. They're like, we must do this. Yes, man. Yep. Let's go get this. But there's that one guy, what's his name? Nathan Fillion's character. He is the comic relief for the game.
That's true, yeah.
So he pulls it back up again.
I find comic relief in some games like this to just be a little bit, it can be hit and miss. Sometimes you're like, it's actually really refreshing. Other times you're like, I'm not invested in this enough for this to be a relief. It's just sort of like mild comedy. So Scuba said, the story is a lot better than the original and I'm happy they did it better, but I don't really care about it. I just want to hit end game and play raids, strikes, public events, and PvP with the boys. Yeah.
And I honestly think that they do that on purpose. They make a dull story, and because they know that people just want to get to end game, they do it in all MMOs. All MMOs have just dull stories.
So I've made my counterpoint to this a few times.
Yes.
And
okay.
that is that on console, you can't do that. It doesn't work on console because people on console are varying groups of gamers. It's not like a PC market where people basically like, they're like ultra gamers, you know, like people on PC are just nuts. They just want to play the next best thing. Like PUBG, you know, it's just blown up.
Yeah.
There's not no story. People don't give a shit. They're like, it's just fun. It's just cool. On console, the amount of games that you can play that make you go, holy crap, this is better than any movie I've seen.
Yeah.
That's you raising that bar over and over again with Horizon, with fucking Uncharted, Last of Us, and to some extent like Halo and Mass Effect and all that sort of thing. You get like these moving games that just make you that rock you.
Yeah.
But this doesn't happen on in this game, and it is a console game.
It is a console game, and you don't need PlayStation Plus to play the campaign in the game. Because I was playing it for 2 days without PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, you can't just join up, though.
You can't join up with a person, but you can still do all the world area, like the events. You can do all them, but you just can't join up with people in the world events. So
yeah.
I like the fact, I love picking up new items and I love picking up new weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It makes you want to get used because you pick up a better weapon that has so much better abilities and stat abilities than your older one had. So, and you might not like submachine guns, but you still use it, and it's fun to have that diversity between weapons and like just trying to learn a new weapon, picking it up on the fly. I like that kind of thing.
So Scuba said most of his friends have finished the end game, didn't even play the story. So you can do that through playing the Crucible. I believe you can skip it.
So if you just level up in Crucible, you can just go straight to end game.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Wow.
Because you still get gear in Crucible. If I want epic story, I'm going to play Uncharted or Last of Us, something linear. Now,
Yes.
I agree with that as well. However, I like being the contrarian, okay? Look, but
I think the fact of building up to this game, they were talking about there's players that want story. We've got story for you now.
Yeah.
Do they still have story?
Yeah. And I think there's games that I can get both of this. I can get amazing gameplay and story. So I'm like, why would I play? Why would I? So at the end of the day, I'm talking about spending my money on my limited supply of money on something. So I go, all right, I've got a small amount of money. Now, what would I buy? Will I go and get Horizon Zero Dawn, or will I go and get Destiny? Okay, so one of them has great story and great gameplay, but it's not online. So fair enough. Or one of them has good gameplay. It's online, so I can play with my mates, but it's not going to be. And again, that's just up to you as a consumer. You get to decide what you want to buy there. But I just think I've got my taste. You know, and again, this is why I said, like, just don't only listen to us.
No.
Only take our advice if you play similar games to us and even then, like, you just play whatever you want. But just
first off, I love MMOs. I have played so many of them. They're awesome. Not so much first person.
You've played
MMOs.
some of the best MMOs ever.
Yeah.
Guild Wars 2.
I think
World of Warcraft and stuff.
Yeah, I understand the storyline aspect of the game. I have played so many, and there's only one that I actually got invested in a storyline with. And that was the Final Fantasy one, because it's heavily focused around a story. You have to play the story.
That's true, yeah.
And every patch has another 3-4 hours of content for storyline. So you just get immersed in the story.
So yeah, there's some exceptions to the MMO no story rule.
And it's true. Like, I understand that there's no story, but I think
Star Wars had a story too. It was, and
I think they did focus on cutscenes like Destiny does.
I think they did a better job of the story than Destiny has ever done. Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Is that a biased opinion though? Because you like Star Wars, but you don't even like the Old Republic.
I don't like the Old Republic era.
Okay.
But I still was like, oh yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, trying to learn what's going on. It's biased because it was an attempt at learning about more Star Wars things.
Yeah.
So yes, to a certain extent it is.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a waste of money, because I'll play 15 hours on Uncharted and love the shit out of it, play 400 hours of Destiny.
That's right, Scuba. See, I this is what MMOs do. And the thing I like about this MMO is I buy the game and I have it. I don't have to pay a monthly subscription like I do with the other MMOs. That's a good thing about they're doing this game. It's buy and you play it for free after that.
Okay.
Except for DLCs, you have to buy them. But they're not that much, are they? They're pretty cheap, aren't they?
So I'll quickly run through the positives, because we're already fucking heaps of time into this.
Yeah.
I reckon, so the positives I wrote down, just as a few notes, I thought the gunplay was very good, with a few exceptions with some particular guns. The submachine guns and burst pistols, sidearms, I think they're called in the game, were disappointing. I just found them a little bit lackluster. There's probably maybe some more like high level end.
They're good for taking down the swarms of enemies.
Yeah,
That's what they're fantastic for. You just hit fire, and when all those big swarms.
I just think that I still found that every gun was good at taking it. Like, there were some guns that were good at taking on all enemies. So like scout rifles, pulse rifles, auto rifles were always good at taking on just about anything. So I'm like, well, yeah, they might be good at that, but why would I not just have a gun that does more of the job? And I found hand cannons to be quite good at those things as well, because once they get really close to you, you can't miss, and it just one-shots them pretty much.
True.
So it's a very smooth engine, very good. It's graphically pretty impressive.
I still felt it was Destiny 1.
That's okay. I've got more words on that soon. Graphically impressive. Yeah. There's a lot more emphasis on side quests, and those side quests having more detail than you would initially think.
I do like it. They're not fetch quests like any other MMO.
They are fetch quests,
but they open up at the end. So you go collect 3 items, and then you have to go further.
I think they're just layered fetch quests, but I still found them good. I know that like fetch quests are like it's sort of a negative term, but I
pick up 2 bits of boar skin and you hand it to someone.
Yeah, what they did, they sort of had fetch quests layered, then a sort of a boss fight at the end. And I found that was pretty fun. Yeah. For side quests, you just go, yeah, that's fine.
But there's not many of them either. So like with the other MMOs, there's like thousands of side quests. But I like that, because a longer side quest is better than a short one.
Yeah. It was extensively voice acted, whereas the quite extensively.
Yeah. They got some big actors.
I found the quality is different. That's something I'll talk about soon, but it's like a high level voice acted game. So you're not really, it's not like it's all text based but you could argue that maybe they should have gone that route to put more of the money they've spent on voice acting into some other sorts of, but it's neither really here nor there. It has a cogent story this time. This is relative to the first one, this comment. Like, you can follow it. I can follow the story. I just found it very unoriginal. And like it felt tacked on. It felt like they definitely were sort of trying just to satisfy, not to impress.
Okay.
So like if I just go, look, this will just get me the C- when I hand it into my teacher. That's what it felt like. It won't get me the, B plus, A minus, and above.
Yeah. I've played worse storylines before though.
Yeah.
It's
Well, that's why it's a positive, man. It's a cogent story for an MMO, and especially relative to the first one. So weapon skins and gun sounds were very satisfying. That was probably the best part. It's probably the most positive thing I could say is the skins are very good. There's a lot of variance, and the sounds of the weapons, especially the hand cannons, are very, I don't know, just they're cool. I like the sounds of the weapons. I just go, yep, it satisfies me when I kill something with this. Whereas like, you can have some games where you just like, oh, this gun just doesn't make a satisfying sound. And it sort of turns you off and it doesn't make you feel like you really want to use it that often.
Yeah, look, I had no problems with any of that stuff as well.
You got any other positives you want to add?
Gameplay, man. I'm gonna say gameplay again. Gameplay is key, and it was Halo, but 10 times better. And that's fair enough. They've been working on that same kind of mechanic for a very long time.
Yeah.
But I loved Halo. Loved it back in the days because of the gameplay. And now I'm playing it again in 10 years later, and I'm still loving it. And I reckon it's fun. It's fast, but it's not too fast. It's like fast enough. You know how it's like you play some of those Call of Duties where it's like you just run around gun and just go mad. This is a bit slower and it feels right. It feels good. I feel like I am wearing a massive suit of armor and holding a big ass gun, killing things.
Big ass!
Yeah.
Okay. So I think overall, there's quite a few positives there.
Look,
and we have a lot of good things to say.
I may have just crapped all over the story at the beginning, but to be honest, I know the story is like just the start of each MMO. I understand that, but I think I've been playing so many story-driven games this year that I was just really going, yeah. But I am enjoying it. I don't like, okay. Let's go. Let's get to the next part. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, so if that's what we're going to talk about positives, we'll just sort of get into some stuff we are a little bit disappointed in. Now, this is my feelings. Aaron's probably got his own, so let's I'll save him after. I've just got a bunch of stuff written down.
Yep.
So this is, once again, caveat, this is my opinion on a game. If you're listening to this is just my opinion. Don't worry about it so much. So the story is severely lacking heart. Now, that's only a criticism when it comes to just a comparison with some fantastic high-budget games with fantastic stories, right? So the reason why I found this criticism, and I'm not really accepting of the fact that, you can go and play Uncharted 15 hours, you pay this 400 hours. I get it. But with a budget like this and the money of Activision and the quality of the first 3 Halos that Bungie produced, for them to drop in story quality down to this level is disappointing. I think it just lacks something. It lacks heart. This is the only way I could describe it. It just doesn't have like, I don't get attached to anything in it, like anything at all. I was like, I'm not attached to I'm not even attached to Earth. I'm like, I don't even know what I should care about. I'm like, I don't care if these guys come and kill it. I'm like, why do I care? What do you think?
I'm not going to say that Halo has a good story. Halo, I feel like Bungie's done the same thing as they've done with Halo. They've recycled, like what with Halo, where they had Halo 1, 2, and 3, and they've kind of recycled the same games over again. You take the Covenant down, then the Flood comes, you take the Flood down, and then you win the game. You have a chase scene.
I just
at the
really
end.
liked Halo 2. I loved playing as the Heretic.
Okay, yeah. You did like that. That's the only game where it's gone on off a different tangent.
Well, that's my favorite one.
That's
so
it.
I was like, I liked this. It was like someone who was he trying to be peaceful? I think he was sort of the Covenant guy who was trying to be quite peaceful.
Yeah.
And they sort of called him the Heretic and they sold him out, and then he sort of joins up with Master Chief. I thought it was awesome. So that's why I found like that's a really original like idea, especially in the sci-fi world. Like you don't have many sci-fi stories that sort of touch on a few of those things. And
no, but then Halo 3 was a recycled Halo 1.
I can't remember the Halo 3 story. I just
It
remember
was
the ending.
it's the same kind of thing. You
Okay.
just take cover,
I
and
never
then
finished
flood
Halo 1,
comes, and then you to defeat the flood. And there's a buggy chase scene to get out at the end.
Is
right?
that the same as Halo 1?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's the exact same. And this is what I feel like Bungie's done with this story.
Okay.
Well, not really story wise, but the same kind of thing. You've got recycled enemies. It's still the same enemies, which understandable. You're in the same universe.
Just, I got that point soon.
Yeah,
Just talk about
okay.
the story
All right.
for now.
Story. I'm talking about story.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Not enough reward for exploring. Now, you agree with me on this one.
Beginning of the game, if you go back and watch my first stream, I was running to every corner of the map and I was kind of hoping I could find something. And then I went, this isn't one of those games. I'm going to keep
Also,
running to the point.
Sorry, Scuba, you let us know what you think of the story. But you've said it before, but like we definitely want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were going to different corners. Nothing was really there.
No.
The loot boxes, I think that exist in there are sort of random spawn. I
Okay.
think, and they spawn in particular places, but there's a chance they will or won't be there.
Yeah. Well, they spawn after a world event or a public
Something.
event.
No. There's the random loot boxes in the world.
There is.
You can find them, but that's it. That's the only reward for exploring. There's.
I found one and I had to jump up. I had to jump to the top of this like little
They
ledge.
added the what did Scuba call them? Lost somethings. And it's like a little, you can see the marks on the world and you can go into these tunnels and you can sort of go and fight down through a little mini dungeon.
Yep.
Sort of like, you remember in Diablo 3, you go down into a dungeon and you're not supposed to be there. Lost sectors. That's it. Yeah. So
I like that. That opens up exploration in the game. If I'm keen, I want to find a lost sector today. If
I
can
just
find one
found there
today,
wasn't enough of a reward, I guess, for exploring them. I just think that they are there. It wasn't like it just wasn't very satisfying. I found it was just more of the same. Like I may as well have just been running around the map killing things anyway.
Mind you, I haven't been picking up lore, like the points of interest. I haven't been picking them up, so it probably fills in the story a lot more if you collect all those points of interest as well.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know
So
about
that's
them.
so when the little robot icon comes up on your screen, you open up and he'll be facing a little search kind of icon. You search it and it'll just fill in the story. It will just say something else about the world you're on. And maybe that's, if you want to dive into the story, that might be where the story is.
Weird
because
place
they don't
to
want
put it, but okay, yeah.
Because they don't want to bog it down. Like, you know what they did with Metal Gear Solid 5? They put it all in tapes. They put 80% of the story in tapes and you had to listen
But
to
I
them.
think that sucked.
It was garbage, but
Well,
that's what happens, and that's what they're doing in open world exploration
And
games.
that's bad, though, but
I don't agree with it, but that's what I'm saying. That's probably what it is. So,
So Scuba's found a few golden chests around the map. They have armor shaders and good gear in them. Found a few last night. So there is some more rewards than we've found. Again, this is obviously just first thoughts.
First impressions. We've only done, I think I've done about 12 hours into this
I
game.
think we're both the same level, so I must have done about the same. So lack of side games, fishing, hunting, that sort of thing. Now,
that's definitely doesn't have them in here.
it doesn't. Lack of.
Yeah.
They don't exist. So I was like, at first, I'm like, oh, why do I even care? I wouldn't even do them anyway. But I'm like, there's got to be a space for like a chill out. Isn't it like a...
Well, you've
said
got the farm, and the farm can be the chill out section.
Yeah, but what do you still want to be like, all right, so there's a point to just chilling out. Or, oh, so I'm going to throw a lure into a fucking pond and get fish, and this fish, I can sell them to this guy and he'll give me like camos or something like that, like for my gear, or he'll you could random soccer at the farm. So I was just like, oh yeah, just disappointed that there wasn't something like that. Hunting in Horizon was kind of fun too. I like that. Although it does have an end point once you get all the gear you need, which kind of disappointed me. You don't just you can sell stuff to make money from it, but the money you don't really need that much anyway. So it had that.
Does it have crafting in this game?
There are crafting materials, but I believe you just trade them in for reputation at the salespeople.
So then that's another thing. I want crafting.
Yeah,
Because every MMO has crafting.
Yeah, Scuba, let us know. I'm not too sure. Again, I'm not across Destiny 1, and that is the same as Destiny 1 as well. That reputation system I found really annoying in the first one. I was like, this is just weapon and armor mods.
Okay.
Do you craft those? Do you craft them or you find them?
Probably find them.
Let us know. Same enemies as the previous game and the same units. Like same races, as it seems, and the same units. So we're fighting the same dudes. We're the same Guys, it's spinning shield, the shield that goes around the guy. That was like the first strike boss. I remember that in the strike. Don't think there is crafting. Wasn't in the first. There you go. So no crafting.
I see that people love crafting. People get hooked in crafting.
It's just a bullshit thing to kill time on, man. Like Minecraft.
Yeah.
Minecraft was always fun. It's just like you can do things in the game or you can just fuck around. And I think Destiny would definitely benefit from a system like that where there's a purpose to just sitting there, and if you want people to stay logged on, right? You want to do 6-hour streams of this game. What are people going to do for 6 hours? Yeah, they're going to play the story content, but what about when they just get a bit exhausted?
So if you've finished the raids, you've done your strikes for the day, you have to play PvP.
Yes. Okay, we'll get to the PvP.
Yeah.
Would have liked a new enemy race and maybe a new character class to use. Yes. Okay.
They needed another character class.
They didn't add the character classes in this, which is silly because we were talking about it last night, me and Scuba. So, yeah, definitely a new enemy race would have been good. Could just chuck the flood in there, mate. And maybe a new character class to use. Absolutely.
This is me being nitpicky. But where was my beard when the character creation section?
Fuck, man. I saw you make your character, and when you said that, I was like, holy shit. I've never even thought of that. They actually had no facial hair.
Nothing.
That's on the bottom of this
list. They had six different faces you could choose from.
Let's talk about that now. Character customization is mediocre.
Yeah. Six faces.
The hairstyles were really bad.
I look like I'm straight out of the 1940s and I'm a mob boss. That's how my hair looks.
There was no good female haircut, so I just made it bald.
And that's understandable for a MMO like World of Warcraft.
I should be able to also put a beard on my woman. I don't care what anyone says. I should be able to fuck around in that game and make ridiculous characters. Because if it is a creative mode and you're making it like you want, no beards because of helmets, apparently. What does that mean? It should just cut your beard off when you put a helmet on. But if that's true, but like every other game does that,
Hey, it should be just like you can see a bit wisping out the end. That'd be sick because that's how it'd be in real life.
But the helmets cover your whole head in that game. So I'd be like, all right, well, it just tucks it in. And then you just don't see anything.
Because every time it comes to a cutscene and I see my character.
Baldness is sexy. Oh. That's right, Clay.
Yeah, every time I see my character, I see him and I go, oh man, I look like shit.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I saw your character and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's just bad. The human guys look bad.
Yeah, I just made Furiosa from Mad Max, mate. That's how I do that. It's so good. So that was character customization. Wow. It was basically like the same as the first one.
I went back in time to 2003.
Let's quickly address what Scuba said, which is big criticism. There was no other classes. They had the exact same classes. And that is just, that's actually really sad. Because I'm like, you guys had years to add new classes. When that game came out? 2013? End of 2013 with the PS4? It was like a release, or maybe it was beginning of 2014.
It was 2014. I think it's been 3 years.
Okay. So like, I just was so... when they told me there's the same 3 classes, this was ages ago when we figured that out before the game came out. And I was like, that's why I'm not going to play this. There's not enough variation yet. Three different classes.
You could max level all them characters pretty easy.
Yeah, well, look, we're already at level 14 and we've barely been trying.
Yeah.
Scuba said, got to make a sexy chick, man. No one wants to look at fucking dude for 400 hours. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, man, my Final Fantasy 14 character.
I'll be surprised if Aaron plays this for 400 hours.
I honestly think if there's not enough strikes or whatever in this game, it's going to crumble for me because PvE is the only reason I would play this game.
There's a lot of people who feel that way. Yeah. I think that I agree with that. I can do both. I don't like the PvP. So let's talk about that now.
All right. I haven't touched it. So
PvP, very bland and unoriginal.
Okay. Is it team deathmatch or like capture the flag?
There's team deathmatch and there's zone control, which is like Battlefield style. Mm-hmm. The maps are very... yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He does like to be a chick in games, but no, he's changed. He's a man now.
I turn into like these. I'm like, man, my Final Fantasy 14 character is this thing called a Lalafell.
No, that's it. We don't have enough time for this.
It's garbage.
Stop it right now. So I think that they just chucked on the PvP that was in the first game. It's very similar. It's very repetitive. I'd much rather play Call of Duty. Like, seriously.
Okay.
I would seriously be like, if I'm going to play that, I'll play COD. And I liked COD back in the day. Like, I don't really play it now, obviously, but man, yeah, that's right, Scuba. Let's not get started with Final Fantasy. Let's get enough. We're doing
Get out of
enough.
it.
It's not the Final Fantasy podcast, mate.
I should be.
So give it a go and let me know what you think before the review. That's to you, by the way.
Me? Oh, no, to him.
You reckon it's better than shitty COD? No, dude. Seriously?
I hate COD too, man. I think COD's for just people that have no brains.
World War II, man. World War II is going to be unreal. The multiplayer. I'm not going to play that multiplayer, but I think it looks a lot better. It's just an era thing and also weapons thing. I just don't find it good. God could suck me off at the next station.
We say yo yo.
So graphically boring and lack of good lighting. I found the lighting in a lot of the areas was pretty disappointing.
Okay.
It fluctuates. But graphically, yeah, there wasn't a lot going on. It was a lot of the same design. The level design was interesting, but there wasn't a lot of, like, you know, in games where they like some of the population is spray painted on walls because they're, you know, jilted and they're upset.
Yeah.
You know, something's going on. Or like there's just a lot of more detail. There was just not really any of that. It was sort of like it was built quickly, and there's not a lot of detail that had gone into, like just the world itself.
Okay.
A lot looked like it had been copy and pasted.
There was a lot of places that look the same, but
That's what I mean.
I think the worlds look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon they look pretty cool.
Cool.
I like bizarre sci-fi areas. I love the fact that the second place you go to? I've forgotten the world of
Nessus.
that. Is it that?
Oh wait, no, you mean the ship? That's Titan.
Titan. I love how that is just completely crumbled mess, and you have to jump around through all the areas. I like the fact that they made it so you actually have to look around to find where you got to jump next. At the beginning, I thought it was irritating, but then when I sat back and thought about it, I'm like, this is actually good because it makes it feel like it's not an A to B game where you just walk from one point to another.
You were having a real hard time in the Nessus little jump pad bit.
I was. So I kind of enjoyed that I was having a hard time because I wasn't just running down a hallway.
You were not enjoying it at the time.
I wasn't enjoying the place where we had to jump and do that side quest. That was crap, man. That was the worst side quest I've ever done in my life because those platforms were like lighting up.
It was irritating.
I didn't know what I was doing half the time because I didn't listen.
I didn't have that much trouble with it. You were really struggling there. As I said, man, I carried you through that whole game last night. It's all good.
Trials of Osiris PvP is actually amazing. All right, well, take me on one of them today, Scuba. I want to do one of that.
Yeah,
that
you got
mode.
to just try the PvP.
Yeah.
To be honest, spawn doors were visible and ugly. You can see the spawn doors,
and you can see through them as well. Sometimes they got this like weird effect where you can see through them, but you can't walk into them.
Okay. Well, the spawn doors are like these like clouded sort of black things. And
I was looking at them and I was like, what the hell is that?
They are everywhere and they are noticeable and it really takes you out of it. I was like, whoa, this is just...
It makes you feel like you're playing a video game.
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, so Scuba says, they were pretty bad. We were talking about that the other night when we were playing. I was just like, what the fuck?
When I first saw them, I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. It was very jarring, but I just went,
I thought so. Scuba said the first game they were more hidden. I'm like, I don't remember this in the first game.
I didn't even remember seeing one in the first game.
No. I know there was spawn rooms, but like, I'm happy with that. If I don't see them spawn.
I saw them come out of doors more in the first one.
Yeah.
Like the doors opened up and they came out.
I don't really care. I'm like, I don't care if they come out, if they just appear, as long as I can't see it happen.
Yeah.
I just don't want them walking out. I don't want to see doors everywhere.
I think they should more drop out of ships. Like they do drop out of ships occasionally. And I reckon they should do more of that.
They do. But yeah, I think.
Like that's a Halo thing that is. They're dropping out of the ships.
Fine. I would prefer that too. Open world doesn't feel quite as open as other games in the genre. It's not quite as explorable. It's actually kind of linear in some points. Like you can't just sort of roam around and then sort of go back in a big circle. All the time you have to go back the way you came. That frustrates me in those games where I don't want to have to backtrack. I want to sort of point A to point B and then go around, or I want to take a short route over some way. But the maps are very like linear. They force you into alleys. They force you down certain areas to get to where you need to go, rather than like a big open fields. That's just more of a player preference to me. Like I prefer those sorts of open world games. So it just didn't feel as open world as like big MMOs did that I played previously.
I think they get away with it because you go to planets. I think the whole open world. It's more. It's so you go to. It's like Star Wars open world, like the MMO version of that. Like you go to worlds, and I guess they were open, but they still were pretty. They're the same. They were barriered, gated in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they can do much because it's all rocky and hilly walls, and you're not going to be climbing up them because you're just going to glitch the game. So they're just going to block them off. Like,
yeah. That's what I felt. Sorry, man. Sorry to upset you with that.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
And then the last sort of negative that I had that I really was hoping for. Still no space/air combat mode, even though you see it happening at the beginning of the game. You see a sequence of air and space combat. Scuba said, was doing some research and there are treasure maps, meditation, exotic item quests in the end game.
Cool. I like that. That's good. That's MMO. That is an MMO.
What the hell is meditation?
I like that kind of stuff because that's grind worthy. They have treasure hunting in some other MMOs and it's fun. You go around and you hunt with your friends to try and find this treasure from a treasure map you find.
There you go.
It's great. I love that kind of stuff.
Well, then that's better.
That makes you not have to go raid to get your gear. You can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no air, space, combat. And again, you have ships in loading screens that do nothing.
I think that was already done and used. They should have done something different.
It's the same as the first one.
I found the loads a bit longer in this. I just found them long loading in.
Yeah. It's just console.
But
though.
I think it is just because it's online and you have to load into the server as well.
Forgive that. I just go console, mate. I'm getting the long load times.
But I am being picky right now, and to be honest, I want to play it today. Last night I did 6 hours yesterday of this game, and I just had enough. I had a gutful at the end of it.
Friggin' gutful.
I
mate.
don't know if it was partly because I already been awake for 21 hours and I was tired,
irritable.
Yeah, and I was just like, I had enough of not hearing what was going on in the game and just bashing it out. So I'm actually keen to jump back in today and play a bit more.
Cool.
I love the combat. I am actually really enjoying the combat. Because it's just fun. It's what it is. It's fun. I can actually fight in this game, not like Call of Duty. I feel Call of Duty is a bit too quick for me as a first-person shooter, where this is more like I've played a lot of Halo, so it feels natural to me, this game.
Yeah.
I still will suck online, but
okay.
I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm really keen to do a strike. And so this might change my whole perspective of the whole game. Me doing strikes and all this stuff, because I know in MMOs, dungeons and raids are the best thing I've ever done in any gaming thing. They were so fun because they were hard, especially raids. When you die over and over again, the satisfaction you get when you beat that boss is amazing. But I honestly don't think there's much strats to do with a first-person shooter compared to like a fantasy-driven MMO where you've got 30 skills and you've got to use them 30 skills at the right time, and there's 12 classes that can be used.
No, not to the same extent. No. I wouldn't say that.
And I think that's what I like about MMOs, because it's positional and you've got to have the right makeup of party instead of this.
Oh, okay. I don't believe they do too much on the makeup of the party in this game, but they definitely have like positional strats and stuff like that. That does exist in the raids. Scuba would verify that. Like it's intricate.
Yeah.
To not to the same extent, of course, can't really fault that because it's just not really too fair to give it like a big, it's never been really an MMO of that scale. So I don't really mind. I mean, I don't play those anyway, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
But yeah, you didn't say anything about the space air combat. You don't give a shit about the fact that there's none of that?
No, I don't care. I think it'd be shit anyway.
It probably would be shit.
I don't like it. I think it's tacky. I think
but that would be like the
Star Wars MMO. That was yuck. I hated that. When they had the air combat kind of thing. That was
it was on
so
rails.
bad.
It was on rails. That was why. I just thought it would be cool as a side game, something like that, because there was a lack of side games, and because they have emphasis. They show, if they didn't show that it was happening in the world and that there were fighters and people having space battles or like sky battles, I'd be like, yeah, cool. Maybe it doesn't really happen, but it's there, and it's like, but
Okay.
you're not doing that.
Scuba did say the raids in Destiny were really cool and they had awesome mechanics.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I've heard that. I've seen people do Vault of Glass before.
Okay, and that is cool because if you have to say grab a certain ball at a certain time, smash down a shield, then grab the weapon that's in the shield, shoot them down to that would be fun.
That's what they are.
Yeah,
it's very similar to that.
That's
similar
why
to
I'm
the
really
mechanics we were
keen
doing last night
with those
with the disruptor shooting the thing with disruptor mechanics and then taking down its shield.
Yep.
Similar to that, but more
and I was getting
than
a bit. I was like, where do you find these glowing spots? And I was running around. So I like the fact that you get confused until you do it again, and then you get better and you work out your strats. You know where to stand. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what you're going to find then. So that'll be good if you guys do a strike tonight and let me know what you think of it.
Yeah, I might thoroughly enjoy it. And yeah.
All right. Well, that's a show.
Took him 10 hours to beat the first raid.
Jesus.
That's good. That's good. That's what you want, because I know that with, say, World of Warcraft, it will take a while. Like, I'm talking a while for hardcore gamers to beat this raid boss.
Yeah.
And I know that I was in some raid groups where we were trying to do a raid and we couldn't do it at all. We would die for 4 hours straight on one boss and then we just had give up. So, yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
Okay.
That's enough. We've been going for an hour and a half. We didn't do a shorter show. We just did another normal show.
We just did another normal show, yeah. But like, I'm not gonna, my beginning where I'm talking about shit on this game and going, I just had a bad time. I did have a bad time, but
this is just initial thoughts.
I actually think it might pick up in endgame, and if it picks up in endgame and it's fun, my score may go up in the review. So hang out and wait.
That's
for
all right.
that.
Yeah, definitely. With 2 weeks, I reckon. Not next week. The week after, we should do it.
Not next week. Week after. Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Because by then we should have done everything. Surely.
Yeah, well, I've got a week off from the 16th. From the end of this week, I've got 2 weeks off after that.
Okay, sweet.
So I've got a full week to give it. And I'm going to be playing it every morning until I'm done the story. And then I'm going to be just playing in nights with you guys.
Yeah. Back to fucking Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I've got to finish 12.
That's
and
what I
then
mean. Yeah, we
go
have
on
to
9.
We have to do the raid beforehand. So
and that's what we're doing. We're going to bash to raid, and then we're going to play this raid. And I want to finish the raid before we review. So if we can't beat the raid, we're not reviewing it because we want to finish the game. Yeah, so I want to actually finish and beat that raid.
Okay, fair enough.
If we get stuck and keep dying, we've got to finish it because I want to actually.
Well, we might just have to set a day aside then.
Yeah.
Because we will have to do it. And I don't really want to let this go for too long because people will want to know.
We could do a Wednesday. So
yeah, we could do it Wednesday, but Scuba's got to be there.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll have to pick a night and we'll just keep
Tuesday
doing
night
it.
would have to be, but it's
tough, yeah, because everyone's working.
Yeah. So you just let us know.
Yep. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So please, thanks for the comments, Kip and Scuba, about your first impressions of the game. If you guys are listening to the podcast, jump on our social media accounts and tell us your first impressions of this game. Let's finish up.
Yeah. This is Aaron's falling asleep.
Yeah,
he's absolutely wrecked.
I'm tired, but I'm awake now. You know when you're
not
awake.
as salty as last night, so it's okay.
You can do nights from 8:30 onwards. Yeah. I'm about the same, but then because I'm getting up at 3 to stream every day, I get tired at 8 and I'm like, I can't do it now.
Yeah. Nights is rough for you. We'll do it in a week off.
On the holidays, I'll be waking up a bit later and streaming later.
Cool. So let's try and aim for the review then. And next week we'll
pick a cool topic.
We'll pick another sweet ass topic, mate. We've got a few.
So this was a bit of because we wanted to get as much time in Destiny as we could this week. So it's a bit of
we got to get on that hype train, bro.
Yeah.
We got to get on and get people.
It's a bit of an empty episode.
Got to get controversial on here, mate.
Yeah.
You got to be like, look, I don't necessarily like it, or I fucking love it, and people get all butthurt, or they won't, and they'll.
And Scuba just put a little raccoon in the chat and a little picture, and that's
your baking
when
days.
I was a baker man. My bags under my eyes were horrible.
Scuba, if you keep talking to Aaron, he will keep talking back, and this show will never end.
See, and this is why I like streaming in the mornings because I could totally go for 6 hours a day.
Keep going. He will. This show. No wonder it's always 2 hours.
Yeah, I keep chatting and talking because I love you guys in chat, man. I'm loving it. Yeah. All right.
Scuba said sorry. Don't, dude. I'm mucking around. Just
don't be sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah.
For another week.
Thanks. Don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts. Don't forget to share, guys. Every time this episode comes out, and I spam it all over social media, share it. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, we'll put in there when we start talking about Destiny 2.
Yeah, those bad Reddit reviews.
That's right. Yeah. Suck a dick.
Yeah, I'm chat lord.
All right.
See you later.
See you guys. Talk to you soon.
Do well.
Bye.
Bye bye.